So not only is AI coming to Disney, but apparently there might be AI actors coming to Hollywood in the near future. This is something that we really need to talk about because this is the perfect example of technology going too far. Welcome back to This Week in Film. Matthew McConaughey has come out to warn us about the advancement of AI. He pleads for us to not deny it. It's not going to be enough to sit on the sidelines and make the moral plea that no, this is wrong, there's too much money to be made and it's too productive. So I say own yourself, your voice, likeness, etc. Trademark it, whatever you got to do, so when it comes, no one can steal you. During this town hall event with Timothée Chalamet also in attendance, he carried on talking about the advancement of AI and its ability to replace actors. He goes on to say, it's going to infiltrate our category. Does it become another category? Will we be in 5 years having the best AI film or the best AI actor? It's going to be front of us in ways that we don't even see. It's going to get so good, we're not going to know the difference. To me, this is terrifying on all levels. I understand that AI is not stopping anytime soon, but for it to take the likeness of someone's identity without them even being involved is such a disruption and ruin of art. Personally, if I know that an actor had nothing to do with that film and they used AI to replace them, I'm not supporting that film. I'm not going to support robot films that are here to replace humans. Of course, they'll start off doing this subtly. For example, having like one side character being an AI concoction while everything else is real. But once they start pushing that boundary and have everything come from AI, I'm going to stop watching. And I get that AI is becoming even more advanced to the point where like it may not even be noticeable. But I think it's more of a psychological thing for me. Once I know that it's not real, I'm just going to lose interest. On the contrary, Stellan Skarsgård has made an alternative argument on AI in film. He goes on to say, some people will be happy enough with what AI can produce and some will not. But I think the main problem for the moving image industry today is the concentration of capital. AI is nothing without the men behind it. AI is owned by the tech barons standing right behind power. To me, this is quite an interesting point because essentially Stellan is redirecting the focus towards the oligarchs of tech who ultimately have the control and power to influence how AI will impact the world. They have the choice to make good of AI or bad. Now for the quick update on the fight for Warner Bros. After the 7-day period that Warner Bros. Gave Paramount, Paramount have now submitted a higher offer in the bid to block out Netflix. The news just came in yesterday, but so far there are no details on how much more they offered. Warner Bros. Are currently reviewing Paramount's new offer, and the next step will be from Netflix. They have to decide if they are going to essentially match Paramount's offer or walk away, and they actually have 4 days to do this. As it stands, Warner Bros. Are legally bound to recommend its signed agreement with Netflix. So let's see how this all turns out in the next few days. This is getting even more intense. It's crunch time, and let's see who wins. Meanwhile, Mark Ruffalo has chimed in on this acquisition saga and has actually responded to James Cameron's comments. While James Cameron described this whole ordeal as disastrous, Mark Ruffalo responded saying, are you also against the monopolization that Paramount acquisition would create? Or is it just that of Netflix? I think the answer would be very interesting for the film community to hear and one that should be asked immediately. I think I'd quite like to know that too. Is James Cameron just against the acquisition or deal in general, or does he just not want Netflix to have it? In my last video, you would have seen that James Cameron came out to speak about the quality of theatrical releases and the potential losses of jobs. So it'll be interesting to see what he thinks about Paramount takeover and how this will affect people's jobs and the quality of cinema releases. In other news, The Mummy is returning, and it's not to be confused with the one coming out this April. This is one with the original characters with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. They are both returning back for another sequel of The Mummy, which is due to be released in May 2028. This is exciting for all Mummy fans. There have been certain depictions of the film over the past 2 decades, but for those who are fans of the original and fans of these actors in particular, this is great news. Admittedly, I can't really remember watching the first one. I don't really remember watching the ones that kind of proceeded afterwards, but I will be doing my due diligence in 2028 to binge watch the previous 3 before I watch this 4th one. That's all I have for this week in film. What are your thoughts on any of the topics discussed? Who will finally take the bid between Paramount and Netflix? What do you think of AI actors, and do you think it's going to be coming anytime soon? Like and subscribe for more news, and I will see you in the comments.